I don't know. Flash was kind of surprising always in races. So I think despite who will win this will be an awesome match.
Oh, yeah. I'm excited for this one. I'm not excited for Ninja Village, except for the shard game, which you are welcome to play in chat, guessing how many shards are going to go to each runner, 1 or 2 to either side. Total of 4 as we get things synced up here. Just real quick. Thank you very much, Mr. Dino.
Yeah. And, thank you, Mr. Dino, for syncing the screens. It's quite troublesome doing comms if both screens have different timings.
Yeah. He is a professional. He's been doing this for a while. And thank you so much. He doesn't have like somebody else restreaming for him. It's just all him doing this. So thank you for hosting this. We really appreciate you, buddy.
Yeah, shot game. I would say 1 to both. So I'm on the fair side today.
On the fair side. Okay, so right side has been, whenever I've been on commentary, right side seems to get more shards. So I'm going to go 2-1 for Miller.
So let's see. The German advantage.
Mm-hmm.
1-0 to Europe.
Somebody slipped a Demon King a couple bucks under the table, I think. All right, 141's obviously going to be happening here for both runners as we head our way into Autumn Hills. Fairly basic stage in terms of its level design, but in terms of its optimizations, there's a lot of stuff that goes into what the runners are going to be doing, not the least of which is turtle boosting. And, of course, the first major trick of the run will be Spike Tower, and I believe Miller has restarted the game because of Alpha Plant. I don't know if Flash is an Alpha Plant enjoyer.
I think Flash is still skeptical, so I think Flash would just go for the let's pray that I get boosted right. And Flash failing the Lantern and Greek, kind of goes back to grab that. I think he kind of forgot that it's only a health bottle and not shards, so... Yeah, you can already see the rust again on Flash side.
Yeah. Just a little bit of mental spaghetti. Take a little bit to get back into the swing of things. But did collect the shards off of the right side wall just fine. Runners, despite that little bit of spaghetti, exiting the shop at almost identical times.
Yeah, Flash had more shards, so you could just go pick the ones from the left side and go straight to the shop, while Miller needed to get some extra shards, unfortunately.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we saw that in the race yesterday as well, the early shop kind of evening out depending on how RNG played in the early game, so... not a significant difference, but enough of one, that's for sure. Actually, no turtle boost off the first one. They do go for the second one, though. Here comes Alpha Plant from Miller, and just the prey tactic for Flash, yes. I do believe so, and it did work out.
Yeah, doing turtle boost in this room can be quite scary, and until recently I was also just going for one back boost, because even the quad or the triple between these two turtles can be... Yeah, it can lose time pretty quickly if you mess up one of the T-boosts, so just going for one back boost is totally fine in this room. But yeah, the water cycle, the most interesting one here in Autumn Hills. Looking not bad on both sides, so I think... Yeah, so looking at the saw, Flash is pretty close, kinda nearly made it for a perfect cycle, but unfortunately still too slow for that, and Miller was kinda miles away, unfortunately, from getting the cycle. But yeah, it's only a small optimization you can go for here. Spike Tower, both getting it. Miller a bit, got stuck in the spikes, but it's fine.
Just a little bit of a damage boost forward. He's okay. Does get the checkpoint refill back up to 3 HP. And a convenient health pot right there if he decides to grab that. He does not.
Yeah, and also was kind of a bit stuck in the Firefly room. So that put Flash a bit of an edge here in Autumn Hills. But yeah, it's Autumn. So this can change in the next room.
Yeah, exactly. It's a little bit of a misjump here or whatever. Worst room in the game, possibly. Seems like it's okay. Okay, Miller kind of had to go low on that.
Immediately cursed Miller.
Yeah. No stump jump for Miller, by the way. I did not see whether Flash got it, but he's...
I think Flash got it as well. I only looked at it briefly, but it looked like he got it.
All right, so early, probably, 3 or 4 second advantage here in the back half of Autumn Hills. Definitely not an insurmountable disadvantage for Miller. And Leaf Golem, we've seen some interesting Leaf Golems throughout the course of this tournament. Sometimes, due to scary berry strats, and sometimes due to just Leaf Golem happening. Brace nerves and all that stuff. So we'll see how it goes.
Yeah, shard-wise, both runners are kind of equal now. So Flash had quite an advantage over time, kind of like 5-6 shards, but yeah, seems like Miller had more luck depending on the shard drops. So they evened out now, and I think that's a good sign, at least going into Catacombs.
Mm-hmm. All right, Pet, we'll begin on the left side of your screen first. Flash just about a quarter of a second behind TV's pace here by the looks. If the split time returning red is any indication, does get the kill with a projectile, just barely touching the rib cage of the Leaf Golem. Miller maybe like 4 frames faster on that one, it seemed.
Yeah, but Miller is also not standing as close as Flash towards the Leaf Monster, so I think that will even out itself.
Yeah. Okay, hardest stage for sure for the runners now, Forlorn Temple. This one is extremely complicated. You jump 4 times and then fall down through a platform and you're done. Very hard stage.
So the most important question, especially for Newfie, what will Flash and Miller do to Necro? So Flash jumping over Necro. And Miller stepping on Necro. Oh my god.
Miller, you're my friend now. All right, so Catacombs, if this is the first time that you are watching this tournament, is a very cycle-heavy stage. You're going to see a lot of these Crusher cycles. The runners going to be going for some aggressive strats that you can go for as well to beat like half cycles and that kind of thing. But we'll see how it plays out. 2 major things to note for this stage is, of course, going to be the Badonkadonk. And we'll cover that when we get to it. And High Ruxton versus Low Ruxton RNG. Which,
no butt boost on either side. Flash going for... Yeah, Flash kind of tanked the spike ball. I thought Flash was going for the skeleton boost. That you can also do, that only Germans do as far as I know. But yeah, unfortunately he hit the spike ball. That was pretty risky. I mean, he had full health, so it's fine. But yeah, normally you don't want to do that.
Yeah, secret tech of the Shalphabeta Club. I see how it is. Goody popping up in chat. His match will be coming up immediately after this one, of course. That is going to be up against Zeroth, who won the rookie tournament.
Sephiroth Cat.
Sephiroth Cat, yeah, sure. I'll go for it. No Cutie Crusher on either side. Did not expect as much. Free damage boost with the spikes, of course.
Yeah, and coming soon, the donk. So let's see. I think if I remember correctly, the last couple of matches, Flash wasn't that convincing on his Badonk strats. I think he only got it once. I'm not sure about Miller right now. I don't know.
Miller, I think, doesn't even go for it, if I recall correctly. I might be wrong.
Flash missed the projectile. And Miller, bonked his head, so no Badonk on either side.
Unfortunate wizard pattern for Flash. Had to climb up onto the platform for the shuriken.
Both are make pretty sure that they kill the wizard. So instead of just quickly throwing out 2 shurikens, waiting that time that the wizard falls down, and throw a shuriken again. So maybe waste nerfs are hitting both players pretty hard right now.
Yeah, and it's understandable. This isn't an elimination match. Winner will advance onwards, as mentioned off the top of the broadcast, and the loser is done.
Yeah, so, Flash had a bit of a rough monster vader, took a bit damage, so Miller could take a couple of seconds out of that.
But
No Boards of Steel, totally understandable in my opinion. So, and yeah, let's see, Ruxton. I would predict we will see not a fair pattern of Ruxton today.
Yeah, I'm gonna go Flash gets low, Miller gets high, and then the second game we're gonna see it even low. That's gonna be my prediction.
Let's see.
Flash gets low. I'm one for 2.
Oh, both get low. At least Ruxton keeps it fair. So.
Yeah. Flash jump up for Miller, putting Ruxton into the left side. Corner jerk and throw to get the respawn. Then the Cloud step off of the Slash once again to the top. Will he have to go onto the spaceship? The answer is no. Both runners getting clean top kills.
Yeah, no picnic panic mode from Ruxton this time. No surfing on the skull.
Speaking of picnics, though, we are off to the land of vacations, Bamboo Creek, whereupon Chinese food shall be acquired.
Yeah, Bamboo was quite something, to be honest, in the last couple of races. So we saw a lot of people dying towards the tree skip, or at least bonking into the spikes. BC11 was quite cursed at a couple of times.
Yeah, yesterday overall was fairly clean. We did see a little bit of tree room coming into play, but BC11 was largely all right. I mean, there was a whiff on one of them, but 3 for 4, pretty good.
Oh yeah, quite nothing special going on here right now. So both players are taking very good take care of Bamboo Creek right now with corners and grabbing some shots here and there. So nothing to really talk about. But we're coming up on a tree skip. Nicely done from Flash.
Flash kind of rolled the knee over the top of it.
Miller straight into the spikes.
Yeah, didn't even hit the spinner, but does recover nicely. Decides to take a little bit of a breather, slapping that switch to take the ride up off the platform. Gets the health refill. He is good, but will lose a couple seconds.
BC11. I think Flash is going for N2 as far as I remember. Missing one tile.
Pretty short on that, too.
Yeah, and getting Miller
to the lead change.
Yeah, that was huge. So, and Flash has a really rough BC11 right now, especially at the end. So this will put Miller a couple of seconds into the lead.
It's a 12 rather, 44 reentry here. So yeah, about 4 seconds advantage right now for Miller, and getting a little bit larger as Flash misses the Cloud step. The slash there, and didn't quite get enough height, had to reset.
Yeah, honestly speaking, based on... So, first off, I think Flash was pretty quick trying the one tile. I think his timing was a bit off. But, I don't know. Personally, I think he should have gone for a second try instead of straight going to the elevator.
Yeah, but, you know, if this environment, you're feeling the nervous hands, right? You probably just don't want to risk blowing a whole bunch of time to it. But it's always tough, right? You know, different racers have different mindsets in terms of, you know, how they handle nerves in a race.
Miller has not enough shots.
Interesting.
He's missing one shot for the upgrade.
He did not get far enough over to the right.
Yeah.
Will he just drop back down? No, he's going to continue.
No, he's continuing most probably. But that means Miller needs to do a no upgrade style. Grotto till he can buy the last upgrade for Quiz Room. So maybe this will kind of put Flash into the lead again, because doing Grotto, if you're not used to it, without Wingsuit Slash can be quite tough.
And we'll have to see how Miller adapts to it. Obviously has lost a couple seconds here already. Flash catching up.
Flash is already kind of... Yeah, we are pretty synced already, and... Yeah, you can see Miller has a bit of a rough time without Wingsuit Slashing.
Yeah, the mental adjustment that you have to make sort of on the fly as you're going through, changing up your strats is definitely not
Flash
easy.
kind of bonked the corner, so I would think Flash was skip, DK skip, yeah.
Both of them, I think.
He was stuck in the corner too long.
Yeah,
Both
Miller
players taking a pretty... sorry, Shade. Yeah, go ahead.
No, to say Miller didn't get the damage recovery off the first green kappa that he wanted to, so he had to skip DK skip as well.
Yeah, I just wanted to say both players take it pretty safe in DK room and kind of make sure that all the turtles were dead. And yeah, so I think race nerves are getting strong right now on both sides. Yeah, and especially with Miller, if you miss one of these upgrades, I think this can be a huge one. And yeah, of course, Miller needs to buy the last upgrade now, because you don't want to do Crash Room without Wingsuit Slash.
No. So that's about an extra 5 seconds or so for the extra shop trip for Miller as well. So the advantage is starting to lean fairly decently for Flash, but a lot of RNG can happen yet between Queen of the Coils and Colossus and Seuss. So by no means is this insurmountable for Miller, but definitely has his work cut out for him now. Feels more comfortable with the wingsuit attack, though, that's for sure.
Yeah, if you're not used to it, it can totally throw you off, because if you know no upgrades, or if you know how to do welfare wingsuit slashes, then it's a bit better. But if you don't have any clue about how to handle certain rooms without a wingsuit slash, it's it's a rough time.
Nice slash off of the wind tunnel. Get a little bit of an extra boost up into the Emerald Golem fight, which begins at 16:28 for Flash. Can you count to 7? Yes, you can. Excellent job. Coming up on the right side. Summer is opting to go for left side starts. Is this another secret German tech I'm not aware of?
Yeah,
No,
I don't know that either, but it's to be honest, that was quite close how the Emerald nearly smacked Flash again, and going into second phase with 1 HP would have been really, really scary.
Yeah, Miller's actually only about 15 seconds behind as of the entrance to this fight. Green Orb gets away towards the upright for Flash, just a little bit.
It was a quick kill. It was a quick kill, so it isn't that bad. But yeah, you don't want to see it normally. But and Miller taking his time. To be honest, I think it kind of evened out between both people. So Miller took a bit of a time to readjust the positioning of the Emerald Golem or Green Ball. But yeah, due to that, it will cost him maybe 1 or 2 seconds.
17:42 culture to start for Flash. And 55. So about a 1 second time save actually on the Emerald Golem fight for Miller. Who unfortunately is now without his industrial work device. Sad.
So White Room for Flash. He already bonked a turtle, so still a bit race nerves going strong here at Flash side, and he had that in the last race, if I remember correctly as well. So, but yeah, it's understandable. It's still the first race, so we can just pray that Flash is adjusting through the stages.
Well, Miller actually got knocked out. Sorry. Miller just took a knockback from the blue kappa on characteristic, speaking of race nerves.
Yeah, but besides that, Flash had an okay or okayish White Room. So let's see how Miller's handling the part. Nice. So yeah, if Miller would have gotten enough shots, I think this would have been way closer right now. So it's still pretty close, but yeah, unfortunately the upgrades kind of made a huge lead for Flash right now in this very close matchup.
Yeah, difference would probably be more like 5 or 7 seconds instead of 12. Just on the basis of the extra shop trip, but...
So Flash hitting both shurikens. Let's see how. I think Miller's going for the same OG strat. What is the strat name again? I think it was Land? No. Zipper? I don't know. I don't know how the strat is called or used to be called. But yeah,
bully room.
Bully room for Flash.
That's a 2-hitter. Not too bad. Did pretty good.
Yeah, Miller had some problems getting the health and missed it at the end, so...
Yeah, he's having a little bit of issues trying to navigate that bird as well, but did go for the pseudo steel heart back up. Flash's movement is not good enough here to go up the right side. He's just going to wait it out instead of going around to the left, which is heads up realization from him. Doesn't quite get the wraparound jump on that corner. We'll lose just a second or so, allowing a little bit of time for Miller to ease back in as the Queen of the Quills is going to be starting for Flash. On the left-hand side of your screen, Queen has been a little bit nefarious throughout the tournament. This is going to be a left-side start for Flash. Jumps her down into the corner, knocking her off the ring. It's a damage boost. Ooh, Flash. He lost a little bit of DPS there and doesn't get the wingsuit cloud step either, but she drops down immediately.
We will see, some whips on Flash side. Even seeds! Oh my god.
This fight got so out of hand for Flash so quickly. Miller's, meantime, I believe, had a right-hand side start. Yeah, I did get the left kind of fast kill. And that's going to put them just about even, maybe about a second ahead for Miller.
Yeah, that was a really awful Queen fight for Flash. Yeah, I would say 2 seconds lead for Miller right now, if I can do math.
So, story of this race so far, Miller whiffing on shard counts and Flash whiffing on Queen of the Quills, and all of a sudden we have a fairly even race heading into Craig's. And the ye old rope dart / grappling hook / hook shot / spaghetti noodle throwy thingy, whatever you want to call it. Rope dart everything is basically the name of the game here.
Ooh, and Flash already has a rough start here with a rope dart in the first room.
Miller opting to not go for the Cooney double slash on the rising
and Flash bonking the elevator.
Yeah, that's why you do the Cooney double slash. Gives you the exact timing you need to get that jump onto the platform.
Isn't that the alpha slashes?
Maybe, I don't know. I saw Cooney do it first. But alpha.
So I got that tech from alpha. I think it's the alpha slashes. But yeah,
Miller pretty clean for Miller right now, honestly.
Yeah, Flash unfortunately has a really rough rope dart sections here right now, but Miller's looking pretty clean in cracks.
A little bit of a whiff there on the rope dart up onto the above the spikes before that blue kappa, but quick recovery from Flash. Also gets a health drop fortuitously. Going into the Justin portal room.
Justin portal room.
Setup looks decent, but does not get the finish. Nargabird.
Yeah, Flash was a bit too early on the teleport as well. So Flash going for the left side, but... Oh yeah, okay, going for a bit of a scuffed left side here from Flash.
Yeah.
While Miller's entering Colors and Seuses. Let's see, we're starting with Colors on Miller's side. Early tag, that is always a bad sign.
Yeah, RNG could even this thing out pretty quick. I kind of just whiffed the Narga bird out there quickly. I was trying to keep track of which runner went for it. I don't think Flash did. Miller, I didn't see.
So, let's see. We have another tech. I think Seuses is still not dead on Miller's side, so...
Yeah.
Already pretty rough pattern for Miller, to be honest. So, in worst case, we see another attack from Seuses here. Do we see another attack?
That'll be done.
Nah, yeah, I think it's... Yeah.
yeah, still quite a bit of DPS left. There it is.
Yeah, but Flash had a way better colors and uses, so he catched up a lot of time due to that.
Yeah, but in general, a little bit extra spaghetti and Craig's overall compared to Miller, who only had a couple hiccups. So probably roughly balances out there as we get the shovel please zone. Entering at a 24:54 is Miller. We'll get the Delta update for you on Flash in just a second. Looks like it's going to be just under a 10-second difference between the two runners heading into the second to last stage.
Yeah, and kind of, if you compare to Flash's cracks, so if he keeps up with that in Glacier, unfortunately, then Miller can even increase his lead right now. But so far, it's looking pretty good on Flash's side, so maybe he adjusted a bit of the nervousness that he had due to the maybe messed up Queen fight. So let's pray for Flash. Yeah, pretty clean Glacier on both sides so far. And yeah, if it keeps on like that, then I would say Tower of Time will be most probably the decider, depending on the HP drops that we will see in Tower, or maybe Hail Mary attempts. I don't know.
Yep. RNG also could play a factor in terms of health drops, which started out the tournament kind of stingy, but over the past couple matches seems to have been a little bit more generous. So possible opportunity to even things out there on one of the final bits of RNG in the run.
So I think Flash made up a little bit of time right now, just from looking at the screens, but I'm not sure. But it kind of looks like Flash could... yeah, make up some time with a bit cleaner Glacier than Miller so far.
Yeah, kind of tough to tell. They've both been playing the stage really well. Maybe a second, yeah.
Yeah, maybe 1 or 2 seconds. So not much, but it kind of looked like he made up some time.
Yeah, enough to be a difference maker in a race this close. You know, a little bit. You whiff on a crystal abuse or something in Tower, that could be enough to. Even, or if you like don't get the Hail Mary and you have to wait out the cycle, you know, that kind of thing. It's the sort of small difference that could end up mattering as we head into Tower of Time.
Yeah, Hail Mary can be a decider at some points already. Kind of depending if they go for it. I think both players are trying to go for Hail Mary and how they end up doing it. So either it could be a death. We don't want to expect that, but it can happen if the Whisper positioning is also really bad. They could get a Whisper, or they could bail out of Hail Mary completely. So let's see. Tower of Time, always the scariest stage, especially with race nerfs.
Yeah, Miller actually had to drop down, didn't get the crystal abuse, so that's a little bit of time
Miller
lost
getting
right
a Whisper and yeah. Okay, Miller had a Whisper, Flash completely bailing out of Hail Mary. I think I can understand it, but I think right now, since this is a pretty close matchup, it's kind of risky not going for Hail Mary at all.
Yeah, might not know where his opponent is though, right? If he's not watching, that's sort of one of the decisions that ends up sort of changing depending on whether or not you're watching. So
minus start. But yeah, it's still close, so a health drop could decide the outcome of this match.
That'd be wild.
Oh my god,
Flash
my god, Flash.
Oh,
Flash died.
Wow. The mental... He just disappeared from the video game for a second. He went for the jump a little early. Takes another death. So unfortunate. Oh, man. Yeah, race nerves getting to him. At least the checkpoint's right there. But, man, he went for the jump a little early, recognized it, went back to the platform, and then just didn't quite see where his timing window was. And unfortunately has lost a fair chunk of time here. Miller firmly in control. Will not have French connection heading up this right side of the room. See if Miller gets the health drop. Yes, he does. So an opportunity to catch up a little bit of that lost time on Flash's side.
Yeah, but first off, Flash needs to land. Yeah, French. I think that will be a tough one. French is always scary. It's a beautiful French. So I think it's still not over, but God, this will be tough.
Yeah, Miller's either gonna have to miss the last crystal abuse to take a death into the laser, or go for laser skip right before Arcane Golem and take a hit, and then not manage the iframes during the fight. And we've seen this a few times, you know, where the race is close enough that that's the kind of thing that can make a difference. We'll see how it plays out. Flash is on 1 HP, and the notorious Wizard of Room does get through cleanly, though.
Yeah, I think Miller will not do laser skip as far as I know and remember. So I think, unfortunately, Flash mistake on the doing the Levy special kind of was a decider in this match, in this first match.
All right, time will tell shortly on Miller's side whether or not Flash has a fighting chance at this. It is going to be a laser skip attempt.
Oh, he takes it! This is it! This might be it for Flash.
Oh my God! Yeah, if Miller can play, it's possible that Miller can do this. But if Miller dies to Arcane, then Flash can have a huge comeback. So 2 HP Arcane Golem can be so scary.
He's got to be real cognizant of what his iframes are like here. And this is close enough that even if he takes it just slower than normal, right? Slow enough trying to play it safe, especially if he gets 1 HP, which he does.
No clap so far. Ooh, there's a clap.
Okay,
nice.
Got in there with rope dart. Nice and tight. He's still in. Dodged it.
Oh! No, knocked into it without the iframes. Zero chance for Miller to recover from that one.
Yeah, and that was pretty close to the end. I think it was only a couple, maybe 1 or 2 hits off. Oh my God, that's brutal.
And the laser skip coming back to bite Miller. Unfortunate. He was so close to having it too, like you said. Just a few hits away, but unfortunately that death is enough for Flash to take the win in game 1, 32-26.
Yeah, GG to Flash, and that is very unlucky to Miller. Couple of hits. Yeah, I think it was only 1 or 2 hits, guessing on the state of Arcane Golem away from winning this first race. Damn, that's brutal. But yeah, that's unfortunately 2 HP Arcane. It can go like that. GG to Miller.
Mm-hmm.